Welcome to our Mock Interview Pro series, where today we're focusing on preparing you for a physics teacher interview. Being a physics teacher requires not just knowledge of the subject, but also the ability to adapt, engage, and inspire students. Let's dive right into our first question to help you shine in your next interview. Can you tell us about a time when you had to change your teaching method because of an unexpected challenge? Interviewers ask this to see how adaptable you are when faced with unforeseen circumstances in the classroom. Here are some pointers on how to approach this question. Think of a specific teaching challenge you encountered. Explain how it affected your lesson or students. Describe the new approach you used to teach the lesson. Share the result and what you learned from the experience. Keep your response focused on your adaptability. Let's hear an example of how you might answer this.
During a lab session, our equipment broke down unexpectedly. I quickly pivoted to using digital simulations for demonstration. Initially, the students were a bit disappointed, but they soon engaged with the digital experiments. This situation taught me the importance of always having a backup plan.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for physics teacher. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. How have you worked on your professional development to grow as a physics teacher? This question aims to understand your commitment to personal growth and staying updated in your field. Consider these tips when crafting your answer. Mention specific courses or workshops you've attended. Discuss any certifications or advanced degrees you've pursued. Talk about your participation in educational conferences or webinars. Highlight any collaborative projects with colleagues. Include any self-directed learning activities, such as online courses or reading. Here's how you could respond to this question.
I attended a summer workshop on inquiry-based learning methods, which significantly transformed how I engage with students. Additionally, I recently earned a certification in STEM education, equipping me with innovative tools to integrate technology into my lessons. I also actively participate in local education conferences to exchange ideas and learn new teaching strategies.
Can you explain how you fostered an inclusive learning environment for your students? The goal here is to assess your approach to inclusivity and how you accommodate diverse learning needs. Here are some tips to guide you. Discuss specific strategies for addressing diverse learning needs. Explain how you incorporate different teaching methods to engage all students. Highlight any adaptations you made to materials or activities. Emphasize your approach to building relationships with students. Give examples of encouraging participation from everyone. Here's one way to answer this.
In my classroom, I employ various teaching methods like hands-on experiments, group work, and interactive discussions to engage all students. I also use different forms of assessment, including projects and presentations, to cater to different learning styles. Flexible seating arrangements and regular check-ins ensure students feel supported and included.
You have a student who does poorly on exams, but is very curious and participates in class discussions. How would you adjust your teaching to help this student succeed? This question evaluates your ability to innovate and personalize your teaching strategies to support student success. Here are some strategies to consider. Engage the student with hands-on experiments to reinforce concepts. Incorporate alternative assessments like projects or presentations. Provide personalized feedback focused on strengths and areas for improvement. Create a supportive environment where mistakes are seen as learning opportunities. Use visual aids or concept mapping to help the student organize their thoughts. Let's see an example of how to tackle this scenario.
I would introduce more hands-on activities and experiments to capture the students' curiosity and replace some traditional exams with creative projects. This approach helps them explore physics concepts more deeply while allowing me to offer constructive feedback that highlights their strengths and areas for improvement.
How would you handle a situation where two students in your class are not getting along, and it's disrupting the learning environment. The focus here is on your conflict resolution skills and your ability to maintain a positive classroom environment. Consider these steps when preparing your answer. Address the issue promptly and calmly. Speak to each student privately to understand their perspective. Encourage them to work towards a resolution together. Reinforce the importance of respect in the classroom. Facilitate a follow-up to ensure the issue is resolved. Here's an approach you might take.
I would address the situation immediately by speaking with each student privately to understand their perspective. Then I would encourage them to communicate and find common ground, reminding them of our class values around respect and cooperation. I would also facilitate a follow-up to ensure the resolution is lasting.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.